small slip and off they went. Now Admiral Lump is
Rayon, come back here!
Sir Rayon is the captain now. Squeegee learned to fly. Kanogo tries to fix things up, and Orchie answers why. They're headed for that big blue ball to do the best they can. Exploring this new place called Earth, it's an amazing planet.
Amazing planet. Amazing planet. Amazing
Faster, Squeeze, faster!
Mission Control, satellite is ready for deployment. Hey, did you see that? See what?
Oh no, Captain, I think they've seen us.
That thing.
There it is.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, way to go, Squeege. Now we're in trouble. Let's just hope that Lump doesn't... Rayon! Greetings, your wide rear admiralness. We were just, observing the Earthlings' primitive space transport systems. What?
Oh, they look so funny in their space clothes. Oh, and they move like this.
Silence! You're there to find something amazing for the Supreme Council, not space race with the humans. So get busy. And remember, steer clear of all humanoids. Yes, your bumpy, lumpy rumpiness. Find something amazing, avoid humanoids. Bump out! I'm not taking any chances. We better find a place where the Earthlings won't spot us.
Captain, since humanoids live on land and about 70% of the Earth is covered by water, why not try the ocean?
Of course! The ocean!
Yeah.
I'm glad I thought of that. Squeech, set a course for the Big Blue.
Aye, aye, Captain. That's in your ski-watt belts.
Not so fast this time, Squeech.
Got it.
Nice and easy.
Well, that wasn't so bad now, was it, Captain?
Oh, no. That was one of your best.
Oh, look at that.
Wow! These are some of the strangest Earth creatures I've ever seen. They look, dare I say, creepy?
Well, they're not so Well, yeah, that one is.
Admiral Lump will never go for these.
Well, what are we gonna do?
I've got it! We find the most vile, the most ugly, the most repulsive creatures in the ocean. Lump will be disgusted, the mission will be scrubbed, we'll be going back home again.
Oh, I like that.
Captain, these creatures are not creepy.
Come on
Actually,
now,
they're...
Orb. It's a great scheme and you know it. Now show us something really weird.
Well, okay. Check this out.
Wow! What the hector is that thing?
That, Captain, is a cuttlefish.
A cuttlefish?
Yeah, a cuttlefish.
Cuttlefish.
Oh, look at that. It's changing color, like a flashing sign.
That's right, Squeege. And they can change patterns, too.
But why are they doing that?
Humanoid scientists believe that it helps cuttlefish communicate with each other. Or it may startle other sea animals that want to eat them.
I'll bet it does.
Or it could be a way to confuse the animals that they want to eat.
I wouldn't go there if I were you.
It's going.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, what's coming out of it?
Those are two special tentacles which shoot out to grab their food.
Shrimp cocktail.
Oh, that looked good.
What if we could change color like that?
Oh, I can do that. Watch.
Squeege. Squeege!
Nice try, Squeege, but it's a little different than that. A cuttlefish's brain tells special cells in its skin to change color and shape in an instant. It's similar to how many humanoids blush when they're embarrassed.
Those cuttlefish are creepy. They'll be great for our report.
Well, they're not creepy. I think they're kind of neat.
Yeah, you would, Squeege.
Well, yeah, I do, really.
Well, maybe you're right. We need something more disgusting, Orb.
Okay, Captain, meet the sea cucumber.
Oh, pleased to meet you.
And the pearlfish.
The pleasure's all mine.
The sea cucumber crawls along the ocean bottom, eating mud and sediments and digesting any food it finds there. The pearlfish stays close by.
What's so disgusting about that?
Yeah, that's not so weird.
The sea cucumber and the pearlfish have an interesting relationship. If it senses danger, the pearlfish finds the sea cucumber with its nose, then slips inside the cucumber's skiwat. It can stay in the cucumber's intestine until the danger has passed. There can be 5 pearlfish in one sea cucumber.
But that sounds cozy.
Cozy? That's outrageous. Perfect for our report.
Well, Captain, it seems to be the perfect home for the pearlfish.
What other creepy things live on the ocean floor, Orb?
Well, there's a sea anemone.
Sea enemy! Battle stations everyone!
No, not an enemy. That's a sea anemone.
Sea anemone?
No, me.
What is a sea anemone anyway? Looks like those wormlies from Proton 7.
Those wormy things are tentacles that sting small animals, paralyze them, and then bring them into the anemone's mouth.
How come those fish aren't getting stung?
They're clownfish.
Oh, I love clowns.
Their bodies have a coating of slimy mucus that protects them from the anemone's stings. Clownfish find safety among the anemone's tentacles, and in exchange, they help chase away animals that might eat the anemone.
It's another interesting relationship.
Oh, wait until Lump sees that. Yeah. What else can we find to gross him out?
What about sea urchins?
They're so spiny and everything.
Hey, you got a problem with spines?
Oh, no. Kudogo Spiny is spiny.
Those sharp spines help protect the urchin from other animals that might eat it, and they help it move around.
But do they really move around? They look more like plants than animals.
Oh yeah? Well, watch this. The humanoids film them with a special camera, and then speeded up the film. Look what they saw.
The bottom of the ocean, the bottom of the sea. The urchin's getting hungry and everything is free. We're living in the dining room, sprightly on our
Do they really sing like that?
No, Squeeze, that's a sound effect.
Sea urchins are highly developed creatures, well suited to living on the ocean floor. Their mouths are on their bottoms, and their bottoms are on their tops, so they can...
Wait a second. You call that highly developed, having their ski watts swinging around in the water? That is pretty embarrassing.
I'll say.
Actually, it makes perfect sense. Having their mouths underneath allows them to scrape food off of rocks. So you see, once you know more about them, sea urchins, sea anemones, and sea cucumbers, they aren't so strange.
Sea urchins, sea anemones, sea cucumbers. There seems to be a pattern emerging here. So what else out there has sea as its first name?
Captain, the list is quite long.
I got time.
Let's see. There's the sea snail, sea star, sea wasp, sea snake, sea lion, sea cow, sea turtle, sea weed, sea spider, sea fan, seashell, sea sponge, sea slug, sea otter, and even a sea horse.
Now wait just a finkle. I'm getting confused here. What's the difference between the ocean and the sea?
Humanoids may call the ocean the sea, but a sea is usually a body of water mostly enclosed by land, like the Red Sea or the Mediterranean Sea. There are lots of seas, but just 4 great oceans: the Atlantic, the Pacific, the Indian, and the Arctic.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
Captain, I'm monitoring a large metallic object.
It's coming right at us.
It must be the humanoids. Up periscope.
We don't have a periscope, Captain.
I knew that. Squeege, it's the humanoids again!
Sir, you're not gonna believe this, but we found what appears to be a spaceship down here. Over.
Deep Rover? We think the pressure's getting to you guys. Why don't you take a little break?
Squeech, we can't let them identify us. Take us to the surface.
Okay.
Captain, I'm monitoring a storm on the surface.
Who cares? It's not like we're gonna get hit by lightning or anything.
Ah, it looks like they're taking off. I better get a picture of this.
Hank, you're not gonna believe this, but I haven't put any film in that camera yet.
Full speed ahead. Rising to the surface, Captain.
Captain, with these weather conditions, we might want to head back down under.
Why? What could possibly...
Triple shock, electrical shock, circuits malfunctioning. Attempt override.
Squeech, set us down on land, nice and easy.
Easy, her, spin, Captain.
Well, that was no worse than usual, Squeech.
Oh, look at that.
Holy moons of Miptar! Where are we and what are those?
We're at the Galapagos Islands off the coast of South America. Those are marine iguanas.
They look dangerous.
They're not. Their favorite thing to eat is seaweed.
Oh, a swimming lizard. That's cool.
Since they are cold-blooded like other reptiles, they need to return to land to warm up in the sun after swimming in the cold sea. To keep salt from building up in their bodies, they snort some of it out of their nostrils.
Hey, Captain, that reminds me of you in the morning.
Squeech. Oh.
This is so great. Lump is gonna hate these things. He's gonna...
Rayon!
Hey, Captain, how about this for Admiral Lump? A sea snake. Its venom is even more deadly than a cobra's.
What's a cobra?
Don't you know anything? A cobra is a,
Snake, Captain.
Are you calling me a snake? Okay.
Squeech, let's go check these sea snakes out.
Oh, look, a sea snake.
A sea snake is another reptile that spends much of its time in the ocean.
Well, can it breathe underwater? Like a fish?
No, instead of a fish's gills, sea snakes have large, specialized lungs nearly the length of their body. They can stay underwater for at least 2 hours. Then they have to go to the surface for air.
Do they attack humanoids?
Well, even though they have some of the world's most deadly venom, they usually avoid humanoids. They use their poison to capture animals like eel and fish. But they do have their enemies, like the white-bellied sea eagle. The white-bellied sea eagle specializes in hunting sea snakes when they come to the surface for air. It's one of the few animals in the world that eats sea snakes.
That is disgusting. Wow. You don't want to mess with those white-bellied sea eagles.
Oh, Captain,
What is it, Squeech? Can't you see I'm right in the middle?
humanoids.
Get us out of here, Squeech!
Oh, look. What are those things?
Must be hundreds of them.
They're jellyfish.
Jellyfish. That makes me hungry. Are there any peanut butter fish?
No, but jellyfish have been drifting through the Earth's oceans for more than 650 million years, long before the dinosaurs appeared.
650 million years? Why, they don't look a day over 400 million. How do they stay so young looking?
Plastic fish surgery.
Oh!
What are all those?
Those are thimble jellyfish.
Oh, yeah, they are kind of thimble. I mean, they're not real complicated looking, is what I mean.
Well, they are small, about the size of a humanoid's thumbnail. Earthling scientists estimate there are over 1,000 species of jellyfish, ranging in size from ones even smaller than the thimble jellies to jumbo jellyfish, longer than a school bus.
Are jellyfish poisonous?
Many are, like the Portuguese man-o-war. See those long tentacles? Fish that swim into the tentacles are paralyzed by stinging cells. Then the tentacles slowly drag the fish to the man-o-war's body, where it's digested alive.
Oh,
look at
this
that.
is gonna be great.
That poor fishy.
Can they hurt humanoids?
Most jellyfish just give an irritating sting, but the box jelly, also called the sea wasp, is one of the most venomous creatures on Earth. It could kill a humanoid in less than 4 minutes.
I thought you said jellyfish were poisonous.
They are, but some sea animals, like this baby sea turtle, can eat jellyfish without really getting hurt. Some jellyfish even eat other jellyfish.
Oh, what I really want to know is, are jellyfish really made of jelly?
No, and they're not even fish. A jellyfish has no bones, no brain, and it's more than 95% water.
You know, all this talk about water's kind of making me thirsty. What do you say we beam some aboard?
Yeah, I'd like a fish.
Captain, ocean water may not be as refreshing. You'll see.
Bah! Oh, that's terrible. That tastes like salt.
That's because a cubic foot of ocean water has about 2.5 pounds of salt in it.
So where does all the salt come from?
A lot of it runs off the land into the water, while on the ocean floor, deep sea vents and volcanoes release huge amounts of salts and minerals.
Ooh, what are those lights?
Those are flashlight fish. A pouch under their eye produces light. It's called bioluminescence.
Bioluminescence? Well, that's amazing. But what in the world do these sea creatures need to create light for?
Maybe they're afraid of the dark, or maybe they want to make a little, light chatter.
They use the light to communicate with each other. Some ocean creatures, like the comb jelly, use light to startle animals they want to eat. Other animals use light to attract a mate, like these ostracods. Ostracods are tiny. They're smaller than a sesame seed.
Ugh! Why is a fish spitting the ostracod out?
It's spitting out the ostracod because otherwise it would glow too and attract predators. Besides ostracods, there are dinoflagellates and ranilla.
Try saying that 3 times fast.
Okay. Dinoflagellates, ostracods, radilla. Dinoflagellates, ostracods, radilla.
That was good. You only had to do it 3 times, though.
Oh. And besides, you can't keep exploding like that if we're going to escape detection by the humanoids. Cadoga, what do these sea creatures do to keep from getting caught by their enemies?
Sea creatures employ 3 main strategies: distraction, hiding, and disguise.
Oh, sounds promising. Keep going.
Well, take the first strategy, distraction, for example.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Distraction works like this. If you can get your enemy to look somewhere else, they may not eat you.
That's right. Many ocean animals distract their enemies by living in groups. Fish, for example, swim in schools. See how the sea lion is having trouble picking out just one fish? And with these penguins, it's the same thing. They see one big, huge, massive fish, so it's very hard for them to find an individual one to eat. An anglerfish uses the dangly thing on its head like a worm to distract a fish, then gulps its meal down.
Whoa! Can we see that again?
Certainly. Hiding is even more popular.
That's always been my favorite strategy.
Uh-huh. Some animals bury themselves in sand or gravel to hide. other animals, like these garden eels, slip into their burrows to avoid danger.
So, besides distraction and hiding, how can we keep from being spotted by humans?
Well, you could try using camouflage or some sort of disguise.
Oh, disguise. Oh.
Who are you? Where's the captain?
I am the captain. I'm wearing a disguise.
Oh, well, that's uncanny. I didn't even know it was you.
Here, why don't you try one on?
Oh,
Oh, where did Squeege go? I don't see Squeege anywhere.
Pardon me, sir. Do you know where I can buy a book?
Speaking of disguises, check out this stonefish.
I only see urchins and stones. I don't see... Oh, wait a minute. There it is. Ooh, nice disguise.
The peacock flounder has a great disguise, too. Its color and flat shape help it blend in with the sandy sea floor. And here's another one. The sargassum fish blends in perfectly with the floating seaweed it lives in. Its disguise helps it ambush and eat creatures nearly as big as itself.
Well, that seems pretty effective.
But the master of disguise in the ocean is
who?
the giant octopus.
Giant? Wow. How big are they?
Their arm span averages 8 feet, more than the height of a basketball player. If it feels threatened, an octopus may squirt out a dark, inky liquid that distracts and confuses its attacker.
Kind of like you, Squeege.
Oh, are they good at hiding too?
Oh yeah, because it doesn't have any bones, an octopus can squeeze into a very small place. It can fit through a hole as small as its eye. And these disguise artists can change their appearance in an instant.
Oh, those octopuses. Oh, they're so graceful, so sophisticated, so beautiful. You know, I may be a little premature, but I really think I'm falling in love.
Oh, come off it, Squeege.
Squeege? Squeege?
Oh, no. Oh, no. What's he doing? Cadogo, would you get him back in here, please?
Why'd you bring me back so soon? We were just getting to know each other.
Now, come on, Squeege, you've got to get over it. Are you over it yet? How about now? 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 Okay, good.
Look! It's the humans again. They're about to spot us.
Hey, what's that big shiny thing?
I don't know. I'd better take a reading. I'm picking up something very unusual. It's not like anything I've ever seen before.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Squeege, get us out of here.
Aye, aye, Captain. Shoo! That one's close.
I'll say, good thing that Lump doesn't.
Rayon!
Hello, your white loudness.
Cut it out, Rayon. The Supreme Council is waiting. Send your report right away.
Yes, your royal roundness. Hope you enjoy it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Okay, Orb, hit it.
Okay.
Well, sir, we found a bunch of scaly,
Spiny,
gooshy,
mushy.
wiggly ocean creatures.
And it appears they're designed that way for a reason.
Yeah, it does.
Seems like being spiny,
Slimy,
gooshy,
mushy,
and wiggly, not to mention squishy,
and wormy.
Makes them perfectly suited for their environment.
which, by the way, tastes awful. I know you may not like it, Admiral, but that's the way it was.
I thought they were cool.
And the way they look and the things they do help them survive, which is really amazing.
Rayon!
It was Squeege's fault, sir.
Those were truly beautiful creatures you found. The Supreme Council was pleased.
They were? I mean, I thought they might be. Well, that's great. Your roundness. I certainly can't take credit for everything. Certainly most of it, of course, but does this mean we can come home?
No!
Well, we tried. Why don't we go chase some humanoids around for a while, huh?
Yeah.
Put on your disguises. Go!
I'm telling you, went right by here. He was right. Never mind.
Hey, you know, I'm getting kind of hungry. Orb, why don't you transport up some of that heat-inflated corn again, and let's see what's on the satellite.
Okay, Captain.
Astronauts reported seeing a strange metallic object.
Susan, I can't marry.
And our next guest is going.
And you stuff the chicken. So fresh, pure nutrition.
Moons of Miptor, what the hector was that?
That is the shark.
Yeah!
Danger to all those who venture into the sea. Is the shark a cold-blooded killer, or simply an evolutionary survivor?
Those sharks are dangerous.
But, Captain, that's not an accurate
We have got to report this to Lump right away. Hello, your bulkiness. We think we may have just made a significant discovery here.
You guys finally figured out how the landing gear works?
No, Ballooneth 1. But we did intercept an Earth transmission that showed an Earth creature called a shark. And we think it might be a natural enemy of the humanoids.
Track down everything you can about those sharks.
We'll get on it right away.
And Rayon, there better not be any of your foul-ups, or I'll feed you and your crew to the marrow-sucking snigwads on Bodega 7. Lump out!
You don't think he'd really feed us to a snigwad, do you?
Not as a main course.
That is, unless you don't get busy learning about these sharks.
Now, the first thing we should probably do is
Get busy learning about these sharks.
Now, Orb, show me everything you have in your databases about sharks.
Aye, aye, Capitan. Any questions?
Well, how do they...
Next, I suppose we should go take a look at these sharks for ourselves. Hit it, Squeege.
Ready?
I mean, accelerate the engine, Squeege. Take us down to Earth.
Oh.
Squeege, who taught you how to drive anyway?
You did.
Oh, yeah. Orb.
Si, senor?
I don't see any of these sharks. I thought you said if we went into the ocean, we would see some, and... Shark! It's attacking the ship now!
No kidding. It's the great white shark, Captain, the largest flesh-eating fish on Earth. Over 2 tons and 20 feet long, they have both fascinated and frightened humanoids for centuries.
Amazing.
Great white sharks are some of the most awesome predators on Earth. They have teeth like razors, sharp enough to bite through steel, and powerful jaws.
Say, Jaws. That'd be kind of a catchy name for an Earth Shark movie, don't you think?
Little fishies, I'd watch out if I were you.
How do great whites decide what to eat?
Good question, Squeege. Some divers tried an experiment to find out which sense great whites use most to find their food: smell, hearing, or vision. They offered the great white a dead fish to test the smell, a speaker playing the sound of a wounded animal to test the hearing, and a human in a clear cage to test the vision.
I bet on the fish.
Yep, it's gonna be the fish, all right.
Going for the speaker.
Yep. He's going for the speaker is what he's doing. Yeah, there.
It
yeah.
turned out this shark seemed more interested in the
Yeah,
speaker.
I knew it all along. He was going for the speaker.
Through continued research, humanoids have discovered that sharks have excellent senses. They have good eyesight and a great sense of smell. In fact, they can detect 1 drop of blood in 1,000,000 parts of seawater, and they can sense a struggling fish more than 6 football fields away.
That is so fascinating, Orb. Perfect for our report on this shark.
This shark? Don't you want to see the others?
The others?
According to my sources, there are more than 350 different kinds of sharks.
No!
That's right, Kidogo. There's flat sharks, fat sharks, spotted sharks, tiger sharks, hammerhead sharks, horn sharks, white sharks, blue sharks, card sharks, reef sharks, nurse sharks.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Little baby sharks and big as a bus sharks. Little mouth, big mouth, super sharp teeth, teeny tiny flat teeth. In short, there's more sharks than you can shake a fish at.
So many different sharks. What do they have in common?
Yeah, what makes a shark a shark?
I'll show you. All sharks are fish, but unlike other fish, sharks have no bones. A shark's body is supported by cartilage. That's the same stiff, rubbery stuff that humanoids have in their noses and ears. Cartilage makes them a lot more flexible than if they had bones.
More flexible, huh?
Their sleek, streamlined bodies are perfectly designed to move through the water. This makes them very efficient swimmers, which is a good thing because most sharks need to swim constantly to keep water flowing over their gills.
Why is that?
That's how they breathe.
Better keep moving.
All sharks have 5 or more pairs of gill openings. Other kinds of fish have just 1 pair.
What else makes a shark a shark?
Shark skin.
Oh, what's so special about shark skin?
Sharks are covered with teeth.
What?
Yes, their skin is coated with small, pointy, teeth-like scales called denticles. Humanoids have even used shark skin as sandpaper. Run into this stuff and it hurts.
Squeech, make a note of that. Never rub a shark the wrong way. Now, what about the teeth?
The teeth are the shark's most famous feature. All sharks have a mouthful of them, at least 4 or 5 rows. When old teeth wear out or break, new ones move in. Some sharks may get up to 30,000 teeth in a lifetime.
That makes for a lot of chewing.
Not really. You see, a shark can't move its jaw sideways, so it can't chew. Its teeth hold on to small prey so it can swallow it whole. With larger prey, the teeth help to tear off big chunks. Then the shark's powerful muscles carry the food into its stomach.
Do different sharks eat different things?
Yes, they do. And their teeth are different depending on what they eat. Meat-eating sharks like the great white have really sharp teeth that can slice through flesh, while the basking shark has hundreds of tiny teeth that it doesn't use to feed at all.
You mean not all sharks hunt like the great white?
That's right. Nurse sharks suck their meals up into their mouths like a vacuum cleaner. The suction is so powerful, it's equal to the combined sucking power of 12 vacuum cleaners.
Oh, Cap, we should beam one of those vacuum cleaner sharks aboard and use it to clean up the place. It's a mess.
I can't hear you, Squeech. Use the intercom. What was that again?
I said we should beam up one of those vacuum cleaner sharks to clean up the place. It's a mess. Over.
Out.
To lunch. Now, check out this shark. It hides and waits for its prey. And speaking of big mouths...
Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! Look at the size of that thing! Whoa!
That's a whale shark.
It's huge!
Yeah, it's big. Longer than an Earth school bus and heavier than 2 African elephants. It's the biggest fish on the planet. But even though it's the biggest, they're pretty hard to find. So humanoid scientists still don't know a lot of things about them, but they do know that whale sharks are found in warm tropical waters such as around Hawaii and Mexico, and that they usually swim around and eat alone. Now, although scientists aren't sure, they think whale sharks live about as long as humanoids.
That whale shark is scary looking.
Yeah, but those scientists don't look scared.
That's because the whale shark is very gentle with teeth about the size of humanoid baby fingernails.
With such a big mouth, it must eat big stuff.
Even though the whale shark is the biggest fish in the sea, it feeds on the smallest creatures. It eats tiny floating plants and animals called plankton. It feeds near the surface, sucking plankton into its huge mouth and straining it through its gills.
Hey, look at that humanoid hitching a ride on that whale shark.
That looks like fun.
They also give rides to the fish called remoras. Remoras help keep sharks clean by eating small animals that live on them. They have suckers on the top of their heads that attach to the animals they ride. Sometimes they even go inside their mouth.
Wow!
Are there any other big sharks that are nice like that?
Yes, whale sharks aren't the only big softies. Take a look at the basking shark.
Wow, what a big mouth.
What's it doing there, Orb? Yawning?
No, Captain. It's eating plankton too. It cruises near the surface with its huge mouth open, sifting plankton through its gills.
Why is it called a basking shark?
Well, because it eats at the surface of the water, and a lot of time it looks like it's basking in the sun.
And it isn't dangerous either?
Nope, and neither is this guy. Meet Megacosma Pelagio, known affectionately as Megamouth.
Oh, he has a nice smile.
And let me guess, Orb, Megamouth eats plankton too.
Hey, you're catching on. Megamouths are very rare, and humanoids didn't even know they existed until very recently. But they think this shark stays down in deep water a lot of the time and travels up near the surface to eat plankton.
Sounds like it's safer to be a humanoid than a plankton.
So much for the biggest sharks. Now let's go down and look at some little sharks.
All right, Squeege. Let's have a look.
You want me to hit it, sir?
Nah, just better dive down this time.
Where's the hammer?
I put it someplace.
What?
I hid it.
What?
Hid it.
Orb, is that a baby shark?
No, it's a mom. It's a kind of deep water shark called a chist out of her body. The shark pups grow safely in these egg cases for 10 months until they're ready to hatch. Then a shark is born.
Looks like these guys need some swimming lessons.
They're kind of uncoordinated at first. It'll take them a while to learn how to swim. But most sharks don't lay eggs. Their pups are born alive, like the hammerhead. Once they're born, shark pups are on their own. Their moms don't stick around to take care of them.
Well, how do they learn important things, like what food to eat and where to find it?
They're born with all that knowledge, Squeege. It's called instinct. Something you guys could use a little more of.
Captain, my monitor has just picked up something. And they're coming this way!
Look, Squeege, there they are. Hey, those don't look like the sharks we were just looking at.
Maybe they got run over by a submarine and they're just flattened out.
Yeah, maybe.
Those aren't sharks, Captain. They're cousins of the sharks. They're called rays.
Oh, hey, Ray!
Hi, Ray.
Catch you later, Ray.
What's happening, Ray?
They look so different from sharks. How can they be cousins?
Like sharks, rays have skeletons made of cartilage.
So not a bone in their bodies?
That's right. They also have 5 or more pairs of gill openings. Sharks have gills on the sides of their heads, but rays have them on their bottom sides. Most have their mouths on their bottom sides, too.
Wow, look at those teeth.
Oh, look at that. They're flying in slow motion. Only underwater.
Sharks flex their bodies from side to swim. Rays swim in 2 ways. Some flap their fins like big birds flying underwater. Others ripple their fins from front to rear.
Ooh. Are rays as deadly as sharks?
Well, there are some species of rays that have some really effective weapons.
Oh, you mean like that stingray there, huh, Orb? Those have a really nasty...
Sting!
That's right. That's right. Very perceptive.
They can sting with a spine on their tail.
And that electric ray there can trigger a flashbulb with a...
Electric shock!
Exactly. And that one is called a manta ray. And it gives off kind of,
Manta?
Actually, the manta ray is very gentle. Like the whale shark, it sifts plankton through its gills. It often does somersaults like this to gather plankton.
Wow! Look at that!
Oh, That looks like fun. Oh, Captain, can we go swim with them too?
Sure, why not? Let's give it a try.
All right, Cadogo, ready for transport.
Transmitting, sir.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, I'm not so sure this is such a good idea.
Come here, little Ray. Ooh, look at the big long tail.
Come here, Ray.
Ooh, wow. Wow, look at that. Ooh.
Captain, we just spotted a shark in your area.
Greetings, Mr. Shark. We come in peace.
Do you mind if I ask you how your head got that way?
Hang on, Captain. I'll save you.
Shark!
Captain, Squeege, that shark you just met is called a hammerhead shark.
Croutons! Those things really do look like swimming hammers. Are those the eyes on the side of the head?
Yes, its nostrils are there too.
They are?
That's right.
Why are they over there?
Humanoid scientists think this strange head design may help the hammerhead see and smell better.
How big can these sharks get?
The great hammerheads can grow as much as 15 feet long. That's more than 2 Earth basketball players laying head to toe.
Are they dangerous?
According to my sources, Captain, some hammerheads can be dangerous.
They're all swimming around together.
Wow.
Sharks or more. It may be to find a mate, but none of the humanoids know for sure.
Now what's that hammerhead doing?
It's a young hammerhead, and it's hunting for a fish that's hidden itself in the sand.
I don't...
Electric fields. Watch.
Oh! Oh, good, a cartoon.
The sharks can do this because all living things give off electric fields.
You mean all creatures give off electric fields?
Yep.
How shocking. I had no idea.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me, Captain.
How's it work?
There are hundreds of pores on the face of a shark. As the shark gets near its prey, its receptors in the pores pick up the electric fields and send impulses zooming into the shark's brain, which tell it if it's close enough to take a bite. By following the signals, the shark can tell where its prey is without seeing, touching, or smelling it.
That's amazing!
Seems like a lot of work for one bite of dinner.
It's like seeing or hearing to the shark detecting those fields.
Orb?
Yes, Captain?
I want to take a closer look at those sharks. Stand by to transport.
That's so brave of you, Captain. It could be dangerous.
Oh, incredibly dangerous. That's why I'm not going. You are.
Me? But...
Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Oh.
Alrighty, Cadogo. Activate Orb Cam.
Aye, sir.
Yeehaw!
Orb, check out the sharks, please.
Okay. Yeehaw! Let's move it now. Come on, little doggies. Woohoo! Now this is what I call riding. Yeah! Woohoo! Hey!
Hey, where's it going?
It looks like it's going to the surface.
Humanoids!
Hey, what's that shiny metal sphere?
Oh no! I better get out of here.
I'll get it.
Oh, Captain! Get me out of here!
What the heck was that?
Captain,
Quick,
help!
Cadogo, beam her back.
Beaming aboard, sir.
just in the nick of time. Oh.
Never mind that. Did you learn anything?
Well, I found out that humanoids are doing all kinds of things to study sharks. For one thing, they actually put cameras on their backs. Then they let the shark swim around and do what it naturally does in its own environment while it's towing the camera around.
I see.
After a while, the camera automatically disconnects from the shark. The scientists pick it up and watch the videotape to see where the shark has gone that day, what it's eaten, and what other important things it does. But they also get right in the water and study sharks up close.
Oh, really?
Humans have discovered sharks are important ocean predators that eliminate sick and weak animals so that others stay healthy and fit. Sharks are amazingly designed animals that have survived for millions of years. In fact, they rarely get diseases that make humans sick. So by studying sharks, humans may be able to help cure some of those diseases.
Studying sharks must be dangerous.
It can be. This diver is testing a metal suit that may help protect her from shark bites.
Is that right?
See how she's holding the fish right under her arm to encourage that blue shark to bite her?
Youch! Oh, look at that. It protects them all right, but what about the really big sharks?
Like the great white.
Well, they use a shark cage. As they watch the great whites, scientists discovered that the sharks would sometimes attack the metal cages, even the metal parts of boats.
Wow! Why do they do that?
Remember how sharks can detect electric fields to find their food? Well, it turns out that metal things give off really strong electric fields, so sometimes when a great white gets close to a metal cage, scientists believe it gets confused by the electric field and attacks the cage instead of a fish or other bait. So the shark isn't really trying to eat the humanoids, it is just relying on its senses.
But sharks do attack humanoids, right?
Some do. The great white, tiger, and bull sharks are the three most dangerous.
So what do sharks have against humanoids anyway?
Well, they probably attack people because they mistake them for a sea lion or something else they normally eat. See this surfer? From underneath, he looks a lot like a sea lion, one of the great white's favorite foods.
So sharks aren't a natural enemy of humanoids?
No, Squeege. Guess about how many humanoids are killed by sharks a year.
Well, I would guess a couple of thousand.
Try 10.
10,000?
Just plain 10.
That's right, Kidogo, but humans kill over 100 million sharks a year.
100 million? Are you sure about that? What could the humans possibly do with all those sharks?
I'll show you. For one thing, many people hunt sharks for sport. Some people eat sharks in a variety of manners. Some people use their skin for purses, boots, or belts. Shark's teeth are often used for jewelry, and shark oil is used to manufacture skin creams, lipsticks, and pills.
Something's fishy going on here.
Those sharks don't deserve their mean reputation. Humanoids do more harm to sharks than sharks have ever done to humanoids.
Poor sharks.
Uh-oh, sir. Message coming in from Admiral Lump.
Rayon, do you have that report for me?
Well, your great globular grandness, I may have been a little premature when I told you those sharks were vicious human killers.
What? Rayon, I'll have your ski-watt for this.
No, now, there really are such things as sharks, and they can be quite ferocious, too.
But it turns out they only kill a few humans. In fact, for most sharks, humans are not on the menu. So I think we can report that it's safe to go back in the water.
Rayon, from now on, you better get it right the first time. Bump out.
Yes, Admiral Lump. Squeege, take us out of here. I guess you're gonna have to hit it. That did the trick. All ahead full. Not that full.